Hello and welcome back to another YouTube video. I'm Carolina and I'm very happy to have you here. As you can see, I'm in a little bit of a different spot today than I am in most of my other videos, and that is because I'm currently freelancing in Botswana. Some of you might recognize this wall behind me and realize what studio I'm in, because the company that I'm working for has an incredible YouTube channel and I'm in the studio where they film all of their YouTube videos. So for those who don't know already, I'm at Pangolin Photo Safaris and this is their amazing studio that they've let me use for filming this video, and it's great. Honestly, I'm so happy to be using these professional lights and yeah, it's fantastic. The reason I'm here in Botswana is because I'm freelancing for Pangolin as a photo host for a whole month now in June, and it's been incredible working with such an amazing company, a lot of incredible people. They've all been so welcoming and I've really felt like I've been part of the family, which has been fantastic, especially for someone like me who, you know, work for themselves and have my own company and don't often work with a lot of other people. It's been awesome to feel like I'm part of a team again. So in this video, I would love to show you some of the incredible sightings that I've had on the Chobe River and also why it's been so special to head out on a boat for once instead of taking photos from a car, which is what I usually do. First of all, I must say that the hotel is absolutely stunning and so kitted out for photographers. There is plug points all over in the rooms because we know photographers need to charge everything at night and there's never enough plug points in any other hotel I've ever been to. And also there's a photographic hide right in front of the hotel, so if you wake up in the middle of the night you can just look out your window and something might be at the waterhole and you can quickly run down to the hide and get some really cool photos. Even though the hotel is not located in the national park itself, animals do come through every now and then, and things like elephants and buffalo and even lions and leopard do come to the waterhole. So, you know, the opportunity is there, which is really, really cool. But even though the hotel is not in the national park itself, you're just 5-minute drive away from the jetty where the amazing boats are. So these boats are kitted out for photographers with photo chairs that have gimbals on them that rotate in all sorts of directions. It is such a great way to just be able to put your camera there and you're able to shoot away from the boat, which is fantastic. And as a teaching platform, I've really been enjoying the boats because I'm able to walk around and stand behind my guests, see what they're seeing, help them with their cameras very quick and easy. When you're in a car, it is a little bit more tricky to help people because you have to pass cameras around and I can't be walking around on a vehicle, obviously. The other thing I love about the boat is the unique angles that you can get. It is so different from being on a car because you're already a lot lower because you're on the water and you're getting those unique angles that way. But then if you feel like you want to get even lower, you can unmount your camera and get down on the side of the boat. Or if you're brave, you're able to flip your screen and then put your camera right at the water level to really get those low angles. And the photos that you get doing that is just next level. You get that incredible low angle that you can only get from a water level photographic hide otherwise. The bird photography on the Chobe has also been absolutely next level. It's been so funny watching my guests arrive sometimes not knowing much about birds and then get so excited and really into it and turn into real birders once they've been here for a little bit because they realize how much there is to learn about birds out there and how many incredible, beautiful and different species there is. Since I'm here freelancing as a photo host for Pangolin, I've been going out almost every single day on the river or in the Chobe National Park on game drive, and I've gotten to experience some really incredible sightings. I did not expect it to be like this. The amount of elephant photos that I have from this month, I don't even know where to start. Something really special to see is the elephants crossing the river, because they really go down and swim, and sometimes, depending on their size, they get completely submerged in the river and you just have the trunk sticking up. And it's been really cool to get creative, either getting the landscape with the elephant crossing or zooming in on the trunk as it lifts out of the water and get those water splashes. Then when the elephants come up on the other side, they often start throwing dust on themselves, because it just really helps protect their skin against the sun. And that's another opportunity for amazing photos, getting that dust on the elephant. With the beautiful blue backgrounds that we have now in winter time, you can really start overexposing and get those high key shots with a dark elephant, and then the dust just adds that extra element into the shot. There's obviously endless of hippos in the river as well, and lots of crocodiles, and big crocodiles. And the crocodiles are so comfortable with the boats that you can go right up next to them as they're lying on the shore, which is quite intimidating, I must say, especially when you're sitting there for a bit and you're photographing away and this crocodile is just dead still, doesn't even look like it's breathing, and then all of a sudden it jumps into the water and you do get a little bit of a fright sometimes. With the hippos though, we take it a little bit more easy, because you don't want to get too close to them in the water or even out of water, because they can get aggressive. But they're really cool to see. As long as you keep your distance, it's all good. And we just have to keep watch on those males that like to chase the boat sometimes and can get a little bit aggressive if you get too close. Talking about hippos, there was one sighting that really stands out among the rest, because this is something that does not happen very often at all. It all started with us finding a dead hippo in the water, and you could see that it's been dead for a bit, it's starting to bloat up, but hippo's skin are so thick that the crocodiles can't get through it until it has been rotting in the water for a little bit, as disgusting as that sounds. So after a whole week, we finally saw the crocodiles start opening this hippo up, which was really amazing to see as well. Seeing them fighting over this hippo carcass, pulling meat out, and sometimes even going into the hippo. I'm really sorry if anyone is sensitive for this stuff, but it's amazing to see. This is nature, and it's an incredible thing to witness, because this doesn't happen often. But then it got even better. One morning, we got a call that lions had come down to where the hippo carcass was, and they were feeding on it. So we rushed there. As we get there, and we see that there's a female lion out in the water feeding on the hippo, everyone starts clicking away, and then we see a male up on the shore behind her. And it turns out this was a mating pair, and they had found this hippo, and she was eating away. She eventually pulled up a leg of the hippo, and I think my guest got photos of the hippo's foot in her mouth as she walks up the shore. Absolutely incredible. But then as she's snacking away on this hippo's foot, the male decides that this is his time to mate. Just sit still. Perfectly fine. Just sit completely still. One of Pangolin's packages include 3 nights on their houseboat out on the Chobe River. And I got to host one of these packages where you do 3 nights on the houseboat and then 3 nights back at the hotel. And this is such a great itinerary. The houseboat itself is so charming. I loved it. And you're out on the river. So you've got such quick access to get out there, both in the mornings and in the afternoons. Like the one afternoon, we started seeing elephants crossing right next to the houseboat while we're still having our high tea before we were supposed to head out. So we all just quickly jumped into the boat and then headed out on to see these elephants crossing. And you're also able to head a little bit further into the river and on the Namibian side, because the Chobe splits Namibia and Botswana. So you're on the Namibian side and you're able to explore a few different areas that you're not able to explore on the Botswana side. A place like that is Lilyland, and as the name suggests, it is full of water lilies, which really gives incredible opportunities for unique photographs. When the day is done, you come back to the houseboat and you just see the sun setting behind it. It is really magical. But then when you get back to the hotel, you have the opportunity to actually go do game drives in the national park itself. And this is great because you can explore a few different areas and you can also try to see other animals that you don't often see from the river. Things like lion, for example, and we were lucky enough to have a few leopard sightings as well. There's also sable antelope and roan antelope, zebras and other things. And that's really cool to be able to combine that with the boat safaris so that you can get best of both worlds. Personally, it's been absolutely incredible working here for the past month. Everyone has been incredibly welcoming. I have really felt like I've been a part of the team, even though I know I'm just here short term. But I've had a lot of fun with the people at the hotel and also the other photo hosts and the guides that you work very closely with when you're hosting guests, and it's been fantastic. I've also had such amazing guests, which makes the job just so much better. A lot of laughing, smiling, and enthusiasm from the guests. It's also been incredible to see some people arrive here not knowing anything about photography, not even wanting to take photos, and maybe their partner is the one who's actually into photography and they're just tagging along, having fun. But when you arrive to Pangolin, you do get the option to borrow one of their cameras. So when I get guests like that, I say, shouldn't I just bring a camera for you just in case? And then you set it up for them and you just watch them fall in love with photography. And then all of a sudden, when they leave, they're like, I love this now. I need to get going with this. And then you obviously get the more experienced photographers as well. And with them, it's been a lot of fun to chat gear and different techniques and the technical side of photography, and also getting more creative with different compositions and working with underexposing and overexposing photos, getting creative with our photos and just taking it up to the next level. And I think that's it for my time here in Botswana. It's been amazing and I don't think I'm able to put it all in one video, but I hope you've enjoyed this and I do recommend checking out Pangolin. They're an incredible team. Hopefully I'll be back freelancing here soon again, but I'm also looking at bringing my own guests and doing my own photographic workshops here. So if you would like to come to Chobe with me specifically, please drop your email below and I'll put you on a waiting list, and then I'll let you know once I've got more clear dates and prices for that type of safari. Would love to hear from you if you're interested, because I highly, highly recommend this place for photographers who are wanting to bring their photography to the next level. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the next one. I am actually heading to Zimbabwe next week to Wangi National Park. So if you're keen to see what that's like, make sure to subscribe to my channel to not miss when that video is up.